Hello folks, here I am at Lower Down Pottery, and here before us is a Leach kick wheel, and I'm going to just demonstrate a few things, but first of all we need to just put some water in here. Don't like throwing with cold water, so I like it to be, now mind you, I don't like it to be hot, but I like it to be, yeah, that's about right. Okay, now just get the camera there in position. Good, right. Now, let's go. What I'm really doing is demonstrating. Somebody has asked me, but it's actually a good thing to demonstrate, and that is about wall thickness and the thickness on the bottom and bottoms of pots and things like that. So I'm going to try to. I'm just going to throw a cylinder. So this video clip will be relevant to the throwing of the cylinder. This is it's the same as my kick wheel out in Spain, but it's very slightly different, which is the seat height and everything is a little different. So I'm just getting used to it as I'm doing this and talking to you. Now, when we're making pots, some people say, oh, they like pots that are very light. Some people make pots that are very heavy. People, when they're beginning, they tend to make pots a little bit on the heavy side. That's quite normal. So when we're beginning, the idea is that we get the clay and we distribute it throughout the pot. So the pot has no weak areas. We don't want a pot with a great hefty bottom and a thin flimsy top. We want the weight and the clay distribution to be such that the pot ends up strong and healthy. Now the norm is that I tend to go for a base that's about 1/4 of an inch thick, and the walls slightly tapering, very slightly tapering. Okay, I'm now sticking this off. I'm going to use the side of the stick just to clean the outside of the pot to take the slurry off. Now this is just a very ordinary cylinder. Now it appears I don't have a sponge. Mislaid it. And I don't have a leather either. If you don't have a leather, by the way folks, you see your fingers, there's a little bit of skin at the end there, a bit like the web in a duck's, between a duck's feet. Well, if you don't have a leather, if you put that over like that and just use that just around the edge. Use the tools that God's given you if you can. Okay, it seems that we have a sponge. My assistant has brought me one. Okay, right. Now I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to cut it in two. So first of all, we're going to cut it off. By the way, when you cut off, make sure your wire is clean, because sometimes there can be dry bits on the wire, which when you pull it through can muck the bottom of the pot. Okay, now I'm going to put it through halfway and lift it up. Now, I hope you can see that. Perhaps if I was going to be critical of myself, which is never a bad thing to be, I would say it's maybe just fractionally a little thick, just down here, just across there, fractionally thick. But you can see the thickness of the base there. That's about right. Let's try and steer away from wafer thin bases, and we don't want it, obviously we don't want it great clumping base that's too thick. You see the other piece there that's on the wheel, the other half. Okay, so there's a cylinder. I tried to give you, now what we're aiming for is a good even consistency going all the way up to the top. A little bit thicker at the base there. That is normal, but maybe I've made it just a little bit on the thick side there. But anyway, just to give you the idea. All right. Okay, that's something to aim for. Right. Okay, folks, we're going to leave it there now, and we'll go on to the next item. Okay. Bye now.